been talking the last few weeks about how to maintain freedom. Let me give you another one. This is our fourth one, I believe, is our fourth one, okay? We talked about grace versus temptation. We talked about internalizing Romans chapter 6. Thirdly, we said build a working relationship with the Word of God. Today is declutter your life of things that have no eternal value. And I know that we can get all nitpicky about that. Some people see, well, I don't see any value about fishing or hunting or something like that. Well, you know, if you're taking your son out, if you're spending a little time with the Lord out there, I'm totally okay with that. I'm talking about things of no eternal value, like, you know, hours and hours of television, hours and hours of the internet, hours and hours of things that have no eternal value. Declutter your life of those things that have no eternal value. Paul writes to Timothy, he says this, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, they may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. Now think about this. Really what it's saying here is that if you are entangled in the affairs of this life, then you cannot be a good soldier. You're not going to be able to. So the only way you're going to be able to maintain freedom and fight against the enemy and win the victorious battles that you want to see, then you're going to have to maintain a life that is absent of the affairs of this life. When I talk about the affairs of this life, I'm not talking about you don't go to work. You got to go to work. You got to pay your bills. That's all. That's all spiritual stuff. It really is. But what I'm saying is simplify your daily schedule to God-given priorities. In other words, if the Bible's not a priority in your life, make the Bible a priority of your life. If other things are more a priority than God, then you got to get those priorities straightened out. You got to declutter your life of things that have no eternal value. I mean, this is an ongoing thing for me. God challenges this all the time. God's all the time tweaking my life. Reeling me in areas that, you know what, that's really doesn't have a whole lot of eternal value to it. And when I haven't maybe prayed, spent time praying, and I'm doing something else, listen, we've got to understand that there's only so much emotions, there's only so much that you can give your life to. And so if you fill your life with things that have no eternal value, your life is too full for the things that have eternal value. So I encourage you, sit down and ask God, reveal to me, God, the things that have no eternal value. I want to declutter my life of them and then bring the things that are valuable into my life. So there you go. If you're going to be a good soldier, if you're going to maintain freedom, declutter your life of things that have no eternal value.
Hey, thank you so much for watching the Looking for Answers video on principles to maintaining freedom. Over the next few weeks, Pastor is going to be looking at 8 different principles to maintain freedom. It's imperative that we maintain the freedom, not just get freedom. So really encourage you to stay tuned with us over the next few weeks as he studies this. Also, in the link below, you can take and click that link, and there's going to be a link that will take you to the church website that'll have the book there for you to be able to order that. So you can do an in-depth study of We Wrestle Not number 2 there, and you can do an in-depth study on how to maintain this freedom, or you could order the video Closing the Doors and be able to take and watch Pastor Smith as he teaches these principles right here in depth on how to maintain freedom. Stay tuned with us over the next few weeks.